Hello and welcome back to the channel. Really glad to have you here. So in today's video we are going to talk about the wonderful properties, medicinal properties, as well as uses of the cinnamon plant. This is amazing when it comes to fighting off colds and flus, when it comes to fighting off stomach chills, digestive discomfort, also rheumatism and arthritis as well. This is a great remedy that's been tried and tested and also proven through the research and through the historical evidence and anecdotal evidence as well. And it's one of the wonderful warming herbs or wonderful warming spices that I completely rely on when it comes to spicing everything from tea to buns to all sorts of lovely things that help with the digestive system. And one of the most amazing things about this herb or about this spice is that it is very warming, and like with all warming spices and herbs, it helps to promote sweating. So it's a really good way, gentle way to detox the body, and it also acts as a digestive remedy. So if you suffer from bloating, if you suffer from gas, cinnamon is one of the loveliest herbs that can help you. Apart from cinnamon, you also have ginger, you also have cardamom, which we will get to later on in the next couple of videos. So it acts as a general stimulant, specifically when it comes to the uterine muscles as well. So it's one of these gentle herbs that you can also use as a female if you are having trouble with your menstrual cycle, period pain. Also, if you are having trouble with PMS, it also helps. It gives you that gentle pain relief that you want because it stimulates the uterus. That's why please do not use if you are pregnant, if you are breastfeeding. Do not use, as in do not put it in your food, but do not use for therapeutic purposes in large quantities and in like medicinal therapeutic quantities as well. Please refrain. Apart from that, it's lovely because you can use it in all different things, from sweets to having it infused in a candle, to everything from relaxation, also energetic healing as well. So there are different parts that it can be used. There we've got the bark, we've got the essential oil, and we also have the twigs, which is really interesting. And traditionally it's been used by the Chinese, and they refer to it as the native variety, the cassia, and they make use of both the bark and also the twigs as well. And the bark was actually believed by in Chinese folklore to be best for the torso, and the twigs are best for the fingers and for the toes. So research also has highlighted the wonderful properties of cinnamon, especially when it comes to diabetes, specifically its hypoglycemic properties in balancing the blood sugar levels as well. So if you have problems with blood sugar, you can use cinnamon, just a little sprinkle on the food to help balance out blood sugar. So for the twigs and the bark, you could use it from everything to as an antiseptic for tonic properties, also as well as to help in warming up the body. So the essential oil is extremely potent and it's one of my best ways to use cinnamon. I place the essential oil in everything from a candle, a handmade candle that I do every now and then. I also place it in my cellulite fighting coffee scrub that I do as well, just 1 or 2 drops of that along with 1 or 2 drops of frankincense oil into my coffee scrub. That is really important when it comes to fighting off sagging skin and helping with rejuvenating the skin cells and helping with the process of eliminating or reducing cellulite. So if you're interested in that, please check out the video link in the description box below this video about my ready to go step-by-step process of doing the herbal coffee scrub for cellulite as well as to firm up the body. Apart from that, the essential oil is important because it's antibacterial, it's antifungal, and it also stimulates the uterine as well, the uterine muscles. So let's have a look at it one by one. First of all, when we have the bark, what the bark is known for, and it was actually traditionally historically being used mainly for digestive upsets, indigestion, bloating, general sluggishness of the digestive system, and also for colic as well in children. Now the research is a bit different when it comes to using cinnamon for colic because you have to be really careful when it comes to giving herbs to children and to babies as well. So you want to make sure that you've got the exact dosage recommendations for that from a qualified holistic practitioner. It can also be used, the bark, for tonifying the kidneys, for helping to aid in kidney health also, and it's just basically a rich general energizing herb for anything that's linked to weak kidneys, which is high energy, and also asthma and menopausal syndromes as well. So the inner bark promotes sweating, and it can be used for cold conditions. So if you are the type of person who feels cold all the time, you've got cold hands, cold feet, cinnamon is one of these herbs that you may want to incorporate into your food, may want to look into the potential possibility of getting it into supplements, because as you can tell here, we are on iHerb, simply wrote in cinnamon, and one of the most common ways to use cinnamon is as a spice. Another way to use cinnamon, which has been getting a lot of good reviews lately and a lot of people have been using it, is through the capsule form, and that way you would make sure that it would be potent, you would make sure that it would be the exact dosage that you will use for a specific problem or symptom that you're facing as well. So there is cinnamon bark capsules from different companies, as you can tell, so you got to be careful when purchasing, because you want to make sure that it's organic as much as possible also, and that they have research backed up about their claims. So this is the organic cinnamon powder that comes in a large bulk quantity, 453 grams, and you also have cinnamon oil. So this is one of the cinnamon oils that I actually use in order to infuse in infuse with the candle, for example, and also infuse into the humidifier when it comes to, I want that warming spicy smell, as well as the antibacterial benefits of the cinnamon to be infused into the air when we are fighting colds and flus as well. So this is the cinnamon capsule, and it actually supports sugar metabolism as well, and they have the research backed up behind that, and they have the adult dosage. Please do not give to children under any circumstance. Yes, children can have the casual cinnamon sprinkle on their foods and into their porridge, but when it comes to taking it as an essential oil, when it comes to taking it as a capsule, please refrain from doing so. Apart from that, we've got the twigs that can be used as a circulatory stimulant, and it really helps with people who suffer from cold hands and cold feet as well, and it usually promotes sweating, and it's really ideal when it comes to boosting the metabolism. Now that we have looked at what are the different parts of the cinnamon and how we can better understand their benefits, let's look at the practical ways of using cinnamon in your daily life. Everything from the essential oil to the bark to the twigs, will go one by one talking about this. If you have any questions, please jot them down in the comment section below this video. I'd be happy to hear from you. So the bark can be firstly used as a deconcussion. You can use it for chronic diarrhea and also for weakened kidney. You can use it for general cold conditions as well. And then we have the tincture, which is not that popular, to be honest, when it comes to the cinnamon tincture. Let me just quickly search it up. I'm not sure if they have any because I haven't come across it before, but no, unfortunately they do not have the cinnamon tincture here on our iHerb. So as we are talking about the tincture, we will quickly head over to the Mountain Rose Herbs, which is another website that I tend to use. Unfortunately, I haven't had anything delivered from there, but it's one of the websites that I use for research as well. So they have a cinnamon extract, which is like a tincture. So what you can use it for is diluting it into diluting up to 5 milliliters into a little bit of hot water. This is really important when it comes to fighting colds, when it comes to fighting the flu as well. And then we have the capsules, the good old capsules, and the powder, which can be used for kidney and digestion health as well, and also metabolism boosting. And then my favorite way to use it is the essential oil, really potent. The best way you can use cinnamon essential oil starting from today is as an inhalation. So if you have a humidifier, cinnamon essential oil is one of the best essential oils that you want to focus on, especially when it comes to fighting the colds and respiratory irritation as well, and helping to calm down, helping to serve as an anti-anxiety, helping you with anxiety, helping you with stress, with panic attacks as well. Really important to focus on putting around 5 drops of the oil in the humidifier, or if you don't have a humidifier, then simply placing 5 drops of the oil in boiling water and allowing you to inhale the steam for coughs and for as a general gentle herb to focus on when it comes to anxiety as well. Another thing also that you can use the essential oil is as part of a massage, and you can simply add 5 to 10 drops of the cinnamon oil in about 25 milliliters of the almond oil or the olive oil, and then you can use it for abnormal stomach chills or diarrhea, or also when it comes to children as well that are over the age of 2. I usually, for my own children, use it as a massage oil for specific areas regarding the tummy as well, just the stomach area. I simply put in 2 drops of the cinnamon oil along with about 20 milliliters of olive oil and gently massage their stomach area, their abdomen with it, and it really helps to release the gas, and it really helps with the digestion as well. But if you do suspect any sort of allergic symptoms or any sort of itching or irritation, please refrain from using it. Another thing you can also use the cinnamon for is simply using the twigs. So what could you do with the twigs? Well, first of all, making a deconcussion is a really good idea, and you can start to take that for colds, for stomach chills, and as a circulatory stimulant to stimulate the circulatory system. And it's really important when you do a deconcussion, if you're thinking about combining it with any other spice that has similar properties, ginger is the best way to go. Really, really nice. Ginger and cinnamon combination will provide you with that benefit and that warming energy that you would need in order to fight off a cold. Another thing you can also do is to take a tincture form, like we talked about earlier on when it comes to using the tincture and taking an advantage of that cinnamon extract in order to help with digestive pain, digestive discomfort. So you can simply start off either by following the instructions in the which is highly advised, follow the instructions in the extract product or in the tincture product. But if you make your own tinctures, then you can simply use 5 milliliters of the tincture, place it in hot water, and then use it as a more of a concentrated tea form, concentrated deconcussion. You can also use the twigs to make a compress, which is really important when it comes to fighting off arthritic pain, rheumatoid pain as well. What you do is you take the deconcussion that you've made early on using the twigs, which is simply making a concentrated form of tea from the twigs, from the cinnamon twigs, and then you soak a pad in the deconcussion and you place it on the area where you suffer from arthritic or rheumatoid pain. If you don't want to go through the process of making a deconcussion, although how simple it is, you can simply go ahead and get a tincture and soak a pad in, let's say, 5 milliliters of that tincture and place on the area where you have arthritic or rheumatoid pain. It would help tremendously. And now last tip here for the video before we end today is a couple of caution tips to be aware of when it comes to using tincture as a plant in all its forms. So I want you to avoid therapeutic dose of the cinnamon. If you are pregnant, if you're nursing, please do not give it to children in therapeutic doses, internal therapeutic doses as well. And especially when you're dealing with essential oil, it becomes extremely important for you as a pregnant woman or as a nursing mother to avoid using cinnamon in therapeutic doses as an essential oil especially. And then you can use the herb with care because it can have some slightly side effects concerning that. But you know, to be honest, when it comes to cinnamon, it is one of these gentle herbs that really helps, and that you have to also be careful when it comes to the dosages as well for that. So we've come towards the end of our video. I will place all the links that I've covered in today's video in the description box below. You can go ahead and check it out. Thank you so much for reaching the end of the video. Please, if you enjoyed today's content, give this video a big thumbs up, like, share and subscribe, and we'd love to have you on board. We'll see you in the next video. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.